Yo, what's going on YouTube? This is the Aussie Tex, and this is going to be another 5 tips video. This is going to be all about 5 tips for PvP, and these little tips are going to help you win more PvP fights and also just enjoy Tarkov a lot more. Really appreciate all the feedback we've been getting on the videos that we pumped out the last few weeks, and welcome to all our new subscribers. Make sure if you learn anything from this video, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. It helps a lot, and we're trying to get to 1,000 subs. Jumping straight into tip number 1, the thing that you should be doing every time you're searching either jackets, boxes, bodies, it doesn't matter what, you should be actually packing a mag. A lot of players don't realize that when you're actually searching items throughout Tarkov, that you're actually able to pack your mag at the same time. And whether you've just got out of a PMC fight or a fight with a scav, just the ability to actually loot things and pack your mags can really get you ready for that next engagement. Tip number 2 is going to help you prepare for the next fight in a way that a lot of people don't realize is a cheeky little trick in Tarkov. And what that is the fact you're able to swap out an entire magazine while healing without needing the animation of actually reloading. So what you can do is select your heal, and while you're doing that, right click on a mag and hit install. It'll swap straight into the gun without the need to do the reload animation. And what that allows you to do is obviously heal after you've been in a fight, swap your mag out immediately, and not have the need to do the reload at all, and put you straight back in the fight ready for the next PMC or scav. Now, one thing I also wanted to point out is you can sneakily chuck a couple of bullets in your mags while using any of the normal meds. However, if you try to actually pack a mag while using any S marches, LU splints, CMS kits, or light bandages, it'll actually cancel that medding animation. Jumping straight into tip number 3, we're going to be talking about a keybind here, and that's your actual check chamber, fix malfunction, and inspect current weapon. You can see here we've still got it on left, shift, and T. However, we've changed it to press, and check chamber and fix malfunction we've actually changed to release. And what this allows you to do is hold shift and T to inspect a weapon, and then as you release it, it'll actually clear the chamber immediately for you. This allows you to get straight back into the fight and not have to worry about different kind of keybinds to do both actions. Now, if you want to learn how to take your initial spray from something like that to something like this, make sure you check out the video we did on recall last week. Now, this next tip has been in a previous tips video, but it's one that's so important that I can't let new players not see it, and that's how meds work in Tarkov. You need to be able to utilize things like S marches, Colax, and light bandages to stop your bleed, so you're not wasting the durability of the meds that actually heal you. What I mean by that, if we have a look at the cellular kit here, it has 400 durability, and to stop a light or a heavy bleed, it takes 45 or 175 of that durability of the 400 just to stop the bleed. And then you'll have the remainder to heal your body. And when you have a look at something like the IFAK, it takes 210 of the 300 durability of the IFAK just to be able to stop the heavy bleed, leaving you with only 90 durability to actually heal your wounds on your body. So it's extremely important that we're using things like S marches, Colax, and light bandages to stop those bleeds instead of actually wasting the durability of the meds that are going to heal us. Now, another thing that's very important for new players to understand is how you're actually going to die. So healing your thorax and your head should be your priority no matter what, and then the rest of your body. Because the only ways you can actually die from a bullet that directly hits you is if it hits you in the thorax or the head. If it hits you in any of the other limbs, it'll black out those limbs and then it'll radiate the damage across any available limbs that are left. But the only way you can immediately die is if the bullet hits the thorax or the head. Now, in tip number 5, you would have noticed that in the previous couple of clips in this video that we've jumped across to make sure that we've always had a right hand peek. And the reason that the right hand peek is so powerful is that if you look at this exact same angle looking down the edge of factory here from this perspective where he's left hand peeking fully and you can only just see a smidgen of my actual arm, and then compare that to what we're seeing down the other avenue, is ridiculous, because you can see that their entire middle section plus the left hand side of their body is peeking out just to see the same type of thing that we're seeing from a right hand peek. So this is extremely important. And when we take this into different scenarios, for example, looking down the office corridor here, you can see with an Alt-D, we're only just smidgenly, fractionally looking out. And when we're looking from the other perspective, unless they're really keen to aid, there's less than half of our head actually pixelated out from cover. And the reason for this is because when you Alt D, your gun actually clips through some of the actual hard terrain. So for holding long angles especially, just Alt D'ing out a little bit is the way to go for long corridors and angles to hold the actual angle. Especially with peak advantage and desync these days. So if you learned anything from any of these tips today, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. We're trying to get to 1,000 subs, like I said, and we also stream on Twitch almost daily. So come check us out live if you've got any questions. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.
Yeah, Roger.
Yeah, got him.